What's up, guys? This is Chunky Raccoon again. I wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up video to my last video. So I did that documentary-style video about Chris Chan. I wanted to do another video where I basically just rant and talk about my opinions of Chris Chan. So something I didn't touch on much in my last video is Chris Chan did something very terrible and was sent to jail for it. Basically, he did things, so to speak, to his dementia-ridden mother. Of course, he went to jail for this and was charged. We don't know what exactly he was charged with still to this day, but we're assuming it's like either rape or incest, things like that. But the whole situation was caused by this one girl named Isabel Janke, which I did mention in my last video. She basically had the goal of trying to get Chris to commit suicide. So I opinions on this really though. I think that's pretty messed up, yeah. But all the other shit that's happened to Chris Chan, I think he kind of deserves for just, never learning his lesson. It's like if you don't learn from your damn mistakes and something bad happens to you, I have no sympathy for you. I know that sounds a little bit evil to say, especially to someone who's autistic. I have quite severe autism myself, like a lot of sensory stimulation type things, but I still know how to pretend like I'm a normal person, especially in public places. Like, my god, whenever I'm in public, I'm on my absolute best behavior because I don't want to look like a weird person, or I don't want people to know that I'm autistic. Chris Chan does the complete opposite, though. Chris Chan will be as delusional and crazy as possible around everyone he meets. That's another thing, he will not learn at all, and he doesn't learn how to behave in public. See, that's something autistic people need to do, is, if you have these severe mental disabilities, you need to learn how to act in public places and act around people. I know that's not possible for some people, but for someone like Chris Chan, who is clearly a little bit more capable than most autistic people, he should be able to learn his lesson from some things, but he never does. So currently, Chris is in some sort of assisted living facility, which, if you ask me, I think he should have just stayed in jail. That's the best place for him, because he would learn his lesson eventually. Enough time in prison, he'll learn to act like a normal person. He'll learn to grow up a little bit, so to speak. He really just should have stayed in jail and never let out. But he's in this group home currently. A lot of people are trying to track him down and get pictures of him and stuff like that, which, yeah, Chris is an ass for what he did, but people are more of an ass for going around trying to take pictures of him in public. If you see him in public, just don't even bother with him. Just don't give him any attention, because if you give him attention, that's just going to feed into his ego more and make him think he's more of a celebrity, which he isn't. He's just an infamous person. That's the only reason he's got this fame, is because he's just a terrible person. But yeah, I mean, in closing for this rant, I really just think Chris is a very horrible person. I really hope that the absolute worst happens to him. I don't really care. I hope he, I don't know, goes back to jail. I hope he gets kicked out of this group home. I don't know, something that's going to make him learn his lesson and get a healthy dose of reality. I know, it sounds evil for me to say, but he really needs it. He really needs a real dose of reality. He should end up like Daniel Larson and just be on the fucking streets, being homeless. That might just make him even more crazier, but whatever. It's for the best. I think Chris Chan deserves anything terrible that happens to him. I don't really care what it is. Anyway, in closing for this rant, yeah, Chris is an evil person, a very, very messed up, vile, evil individual. He's a creep, possibly pedo. He's a grandma raper. He's all these terrible things. And yeah, if you, I don't know. I mean, I don't really have much else to say about Chris. He's a terrible person. That's all there is to it. And everyone else should agree that he's a terrible person too. He's absolutely horrible. He's the worst person. He's scum. That's it. Anyway, that's the end of this rant. Thank you.